Namaste and greetings. Today we are discussing something that a social media influencer who happens to also be a psychologist, Dr. Raquel Martin, shared something a couple of days ago that has still been lingering in my mind. One, she invited the distinction between grace, offering yourself grace, being in a state of grace, and making excuses. And oftentimes we blur the lines because we're not clear what grace means for us. Affording ourselves grace means what? What does that look like? Excuses. Why am I making excuses? If I said I want to, get in better shape, am I eating right? Am I working out? What am I doing? Am I doing stuff to improve my life, or am I making excuses? I got to get that new episode of Star Trek. Like, I don't have time to go to the gym. She also referenced this idea of we often dehumanize ourselves because we've bought into the idea of we are judged, we are made valuable based upon what we provide, the stuff. Work 4 jobs, have 16 degrees, have X amount of dollars in the bank account, etc. And then one other thing, she referenced this idea that you are enough, regardless of all this other stuff, regardless of, how much money you make, etc., etc. You are enough right now, regardless, you are enough. And then lastly, she talked about this idea of legacy and how oftentimes we think of legacy as the stuff, the money you're leaving, the property you're leaving, the stuff you leave to or give to folks, versus legacy is you. And when you are with people and socializing with people and then you leave the room, what is the energy that they still feel regarding you? Are they glad you left? Oh man, I'm so glad Ray is out of the room. Good grief. It's like he sucks all the oxygen out of the room. Or do they miss your presence? Like when you leave the room, when you leave the conversation, what did you leave with the people who are still there? What did you leave in their bodies? What did you leave in their aura? What did you leave in their consciousness? That's your legacy. Just some things to think about. I know I'm thinking about them. What's my legacy? What has my legacy been? When do I make excuses? What is grace to me? Yeah. Love and appreciation.